Welcome to Capture the World with Dee. Interviews with companies and individuals to learn more about digitally capturing the built world. Video, drone, 3D tours, pictures, panoramas, and more. And now your host, a social influencer and community activist, Dee Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Capture the World with Dee. I'm your host, Dee Johnson. Today's episode is sponsored by Casa, the makers of a revolutionary app that allows you to scan a property with your mobile device in under 5 minutes and get a professional floor plan one business day. If you haven't checked them out yet, go to qb.casa, that's CUI.CASA, and start scanning today. Alrighty. My guest today started out childhood friends and later became aerial photographers. While working in the residential real estate business, they soon discovered the need for a software solution for content delivery. And that's how Aryeo was born. I'll let them fill you in on all the details, but I know you're going to be just as excited as I was to learn about their story. So without further ado, please help me in welcoming Matt Mikulski and Brandon Wykes. Hi guys! Thanks for joining me today. All right. So these are the two co-founders of a company called Aryeo, and let's start off by having you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves and how Aryeo came to be.
Awesome. So my name is Matt Mikulski.
I'm Brandon Wykes.
And we're the founders of Aryeo. We are originally from Minnesota, and now we run Aryeo out in Boston, Massachusetts. And we were originally real estate photographers a few years back, and that's sort of how we got started in the business. So, Brandon, I don't know if you want to kind of talk about how we got into real estate photography in general.
Yep. I'll kind of go through a high-level background. So it started early on in high school. We started building drones. And this was a little bit back before DJI was getting started. This was early days DJI, so before they had their Phantom lineup. I think they had the Flame Wheel, a couple others. There was 3DR, the Iris, a few of those early drone platforms. We started playing around with those, and then GoPro had their gimbal system with the Zenmuse and all of that. And next thing we knew, we started getting calls from agents and people around the Twin Cities saying, "Hey, could you come take pictures of my house?" And that was really our first introduction to the world of real estate photography. It was something we didn't realize that was really going on in this industry. We didn't realize, wow, there's all these people and companies out there that go around taking pictures, Matterports, floor plans of all these properties. That very quickly led to a job at a real estate photography company in the Twin Cities, where both Matt and I worked. We kind of started their in-house aerial division there. And over the next couple of years, Matt ended up working there for a bit longer than me. We probably photographed hundreds or thousands
of properties doing aerials, and really got to know the industry well, and sort of the day-to-day workings of a photographer going to shoot 5, 6, 7 homes a day, just day in, day out, weekends. But got to see a lot of cool properties and really fell in love with sort of the combination of real estate and photography.
And I think one of the things we saw early on was the importance of good systems in place for these photographers, and that was kind of what led us later on in college, a few years ago, to start Aryeo, to build software platforms for photographers to run their business on. Everything from payment processing to ordering to content delivery. What do you do after you take the pictures? Mm-hmm. You get your pictures, your drones, your floor plans. How do you send those to your clients? How do you collect payment from them and make that process seamless? Which we'll dive into a bit more later, but that's just kind of an overview, where we started and kind of why we started Aryeo as well.
So everything's made specifically for real estate photographers, or at least people who are producing content for real estate agents, typically. Everything in our system is a property base, so you can upload and deliver any type of content having to do with the property. So images, videos, 3D content, interactive Matterports and whatnot, floor plans, really any sort of content that has to do with marketing a real estate property.
And, you know, I think we started very focused on real estate photographers, but we've seen that expand a lot. We've seen a lot of new people out there that maybe only do floor plans, maybe they only do 3D Matterports, and those are all types of content that we're expanding and supporting as well. So really, we look at ourselves as, you know, real estate content platform. Any kind of content you're doing for real estate, put it through the system, give it a home, and you can use us to help grow your business and put everything in one place. Yep. So we give a photographer and all of their customers a full admin panel. So all of your customers in your business get their own accounts where they're able to access all of their previous properties. You know, one of our biggest products that we sell are property websites. So we have a customizable property website system that lets you showcase your work. And I think this is one thing we've seen be really valuable for a lot of photographers, especially people getting going, trying to get their name and brand out there.
And that just really is a big relief to a lot of photographers. So payment processing is a huge one. And then for real estate agents too, there's other features such as flyer builders. We also have some automatic video generators. So sort of other marketing tools built into the system as well.
It looks like we might have an audio issue here, Dee.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Can you guys hear Aryeo? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Now we're okay. No, we're all good now. So sorry. You didn't need to hear me. You just need to hear them. They're the important people. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So you want to repeat what you just said? Go ahead.
No, all good. Yeah, and thank you for the comments, everyone. Just let us know if there is anything going on with the audio that we can fix and whatnot. We are talking about some of the parts of the system and who it's for. And, really, we look at Aryeo as a content system, and we're expanding that for more tools in your business. So we have basic order forms for you. So if you're looking to accept orders for your business and embed that on your website, whether that's Squarespace or Wix, we can help you do that. And we also integrate with Stripe, and we're looking at adding more platforms there for after you shoot. How do you charge for content? That's something we hear time and time again. It's something we see in the Facebook groups.
Yeah.
And we have what we call a ransom feature, where I know it works though. It conveys the message well, where you can upload all of your content. Let's say you did floor plans and images. So you upload those to our system, you deliver them to your client. They can view watermarked versions of those, but they can't download them until they pay you. This is optional if you want it, but I think we find a lot of customers that love it. We're looking at processing millions of dollars this next year for photographers all over the country. And it just makes an easy way for clients to check out the content, know what they're getting, and then pay you. It goes right to your bank account. We don't take any cuts on that either. We're a small business ourselves. We're very open about that, and we're trying to make our software affordable for everyone else as well. We think it's a win-win. If people are growing their businesses, that's a win for us and a win for them.
Cool. So I've been asked to repeat whatever I tell you because apparently I sound really bad. So okay. So your platform works on this special payment system. Can you go through that?
Will you repeat that one?
We couldn't hear you either.
So the whole idea behind credits and how you pay using your platform.
So you're asking how photographers pay us, like how our pricing works? Okay,
Yes.
Perfect. So everything on our system's credit-based, meaning you're purchasing credits, and then items within our system you pay with credits. So one credit's equal to $1, and you're able to purchase credits in varying amounts from 10 to thousands of credits at once. And purchasing credits in bulk, you'll get discounts on the credits. So we call how our pricing works as far as when you're actually paying for things. We start with a content hosting and delivery fee, and that's 2 credits. What that grants you is complete access to the entire system. So you get your portal, all of the agents get their portals, you have access to any of our features, and all you're doing is paying 2 credits when you upload and deliver a property. And then if you want to do some add-ons there, you can. So we have add-ons such as property websites that Brannick mentioned earlier. Those are an additional 6 credits. So you're gonna be in at 8 credits if you're delivering a property with a property website. And then, like I said, you can get that cost down if you're buying credits in bulk.
You know, for some of our other things we have, you have video slideshows where we can take all your pictures, turn them into a slideshow. A lot of agents like to post that on Facebook or YouTube. And then we also have custom domains. And an interesting thing there, you know, we see a lot of people wanting to buy, let's say, 123mainstreet.com. So as a photographer, we let you set your own price on that so that if clients go into their account, they can purchase that and the money that you get to make goes directly to you then. So you can choose how much you want to charge for those.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So
and that's something we're going to... Sorry, go on, Dee.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that's something I think we want to add a lot more to in the future and really make the system a place that photographers can make more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll out additional products and whatnot that photographers are able to set their own prices on and generate additional revenue without an increase in work required.
You know, I think when we look at other companies that do some of these services, we've always tried to look at it, you know, you go to our pricing page, we want you to look at Aryeo as a way for you to make more money for your business and provide more value, not as a cost, not as something that's coming out of your pocket. And if we can do that, I think that's kind of our end goal, and that's where we're going and constantly trying to improve the system towards.
Yeah, we'll dive in here. So recently we made an announcement that we're rolling out what we're calling Aryeo 2.0. And it's something that we just announced really in the last week or 2 weeks. And it's pretty much a big rebuild and enhancement to our current system. So we've spent the last year plus with our current system working with photographers, from solo photographers to large teams and in multi-state operations. And so we've learned a ton, seeing the full gamut of type of photographer, different types of order systems, people charging by square foot or by image or by number of photos, all these different kind of ways that people are running their businesses. So we put all of that into one thing in our rebuilding Aryeo to sort of allow photographers to run their business in any sort of way. So Aryeo 2.0, I don't know, Brannick, if you want to kind of mention some of the highlights that are coming with it. And it's, as just to give you an idea, it's coming out in sort of Q1 of 2020, so fairly soon.
Yeah, definitely keep your eyes out for it. You know, we have more details on our website. You can go to aryeo.com/2 if you want to read about it. We have a blog.
TWO.
And, you know, we think it's going to be a major improvement for everyone. And, you know, for our existing customers, you can think of this as a supercharge for your accounts. We're going to go in and really just ramp up all the features and systems that you have in place. And for new customers, I think they're going to love it. You know, it's something, definitely don't hold off on signing up for Aryeo. You can get going today. And, you know, the upgrade's going to be included as part of that when we do roll it out. And you're going to be able to seamlessly do that. But we're adding a fully fledged scheduling and ordering system, which we're really excited about. Something we've built from the ground up in-house. You know, we see a lot of solutions out there. We love Acuity. We recommend a lot of customers to use Acuity, actually. But there are some things about real estate that are really specific to our types of ordering systems, you know, calculating things around addresses and times and teams that make it harder for some of these general systems to get right. But also keeping the simplicity. And I think if you talk to some of our customers and people, that's something we've really tried to do, is keep the system simple. Because at the end of the day, you don't need the most enterprise system. You just need something that works well for you and your customers, gets your content in one place, and helps you run your business.
Like Brannick said, we want everything to be as efficient as possible. We want you to spend as little time as you can in Aryeo. We know when you get home, the last thing you want to do is edit and upload pictures. So we want everything to be as fast as possible. That's why we're at integrations like with Dropbox and Google Drive. So you can just push images straight into Aryeo, put them in there property and send them off in less than a minute.
Yeah. Dee, this might be a good time too to talk about. We haven't officially announced it yet, but working more closely with you guys, and that's going to be part of our 2.0 system, Cubic Casa, and making it easier than ever for you to deliver your floor plans. So, for customers out there that be using both our system and Cubic Casa system, we'll send out more details in the future here, but we're looking at making that process seamless, especially after the post process. So let's say you're walking around home, you use Cubic Casa to make your floor plan. Then, after 24 hours when you get it back, you get to upload it back. We're looking to automate that side of the process for you. So as a photographer, you don't need to constantly check to see when the job's done and then upload it. We can just take care of that automatically. And hopefully a few more things like that can just make everyone's workflows better and provide value to both of our customers.
Yeah, I think it's important that since you came from this business, you know all the points, and that's interesting, and that's, it's good. So there will be a partnership with Cubic Casa, which we're very excited about too. All right.
That'd be perfect.
So why don't you tell us about your name, how you spell it, and how you get to your website?
Could you say that one more time, Dee?
I'm going to type it in.
Yeah,
Okay, you're going to type it in. Perfect. I think we're a little bit behind. There we go. We're seeing it. There's just a few seconds behind on the live stream. So we'll answer the question shortly. Tell us about your name and how it came to be. The name of Aryeo. So we have two versions. One's kind of
two stories.
Two stories. One story, which is the true story. We just kind of made it up. It unfortunately doesn't mean anything. Everyone's always asking us, what's this? What does this mean? And honestly, we found 5 letters that we liked, and we scrambled them together in different versions until we found one that was available, and we ran with it. We've enjoyed it. There's also been a big debate around how to properly say it, whether it's Aryeo or Aryeo or Rio or something.
We get a lot of Aryeo Speedwagon. I know a few people that call us.
Which is funny. We embrace it all. You can call it whatever you want, as long as it works well for you. So we're not picky, and we're always enjoy hearing the new pronunciations and whatnot.
Yeah, the other story that we'll sometimes run with when people ask is it's the name of the Greek god of real estate, and run with sort of the Greek pronunciation of it.
I like that one. I like the second one.
Yeah, it's a little more interesting.
So it's definitely a fun thing, and we've run with it so far. So,
yeah. And our website's just aryeo.com.
All right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions they want to ask? We're open.
Perfect. I think Dee just said she'd welcome any questions from anyone that's watching right now. We'd be happy to answer anything, provide you guys more details. Just put it in the chat on the right side there. You can type it in, and we're reading along. It's a couple seconds behind, so we'll keep an eye out here and try to answer any questions for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Questions either about what's coming in Aryeo 2.0 or how, I don't know.
Things you want to see, things you haven't seen out on the market. We're very open to feedback. And that's one thing from the beginning. We've had 2 support lines available 24/7. One's for our photographers and one's for their agents. So we realize a lot of photographers are out in the field all day shooting. And let's say something comes up with one of their customers. Let's say they forget their password or don't know how to rearrange images. They can call our support line and we'll help take care of that customer and get them set up. That's something we put a lot of emphasis on because we know, especially when you're a one-man show going around or one-woman show going around, it's hard to manage all this stuff when you're out shooting properties all day. So if we can help take some of that off of photographers' plates, that's something we've been more than happy to do, and look forward to kind of ramping that up as we go forward as well.
Yeah, as far as our secret sauce, I think Brannick actually just touched a lot of it right there. We're extremely customer focused, and like Brannick said, we have just 24/7 phone lines. If we're not sleeping, we'll pick up the phone. And even then, I've woken up to pick up the phone. We're willing to help in any way we can, whether it's, I mean, I just got off the phone with someone this morning who they left, they had inputted someone's email wrong, and they were on the road and couldn't redeliver it. So I went in and logged in and redelivered it for them. So if it's small things like that, or if it's training your staff, training your agents, anyone how to use certain features, we're extremely focused on making your life easier. That's what we set out to do by building this software. So any way we can provide support, and I think if you ask any of our current customers, the number one thing they would say that they like about Aryeo has nothing to do with the software, and it's the fact that, well, I actually answer the phone.
I think that's very true. I think to distinguish yourself from other companies, support is really important. And I say that because I'm from support. A little bit biased.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right, so we have a
on that note, Dee, we've heard amazing things from everyone about you and the support you know, both now and at Matterport and in the community. I mean, you've set the bar very high for sure.
Super Dee.
Yeah. We see it all over the Facebook groups, and then, you know, we first met in Vegas at the PFRE conference, which was fantastic. Definitely encourage everyone listening to go to that next year. I believe it's going to be around the same times in the same place. And that was a great experience just to meet other photographers. You know, not too often do you get the chance to meet people that, you know, aren't competitors, and they're all looking at it. It was a good time and a huge benefit, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a question. Megan says, why do you use credits and not dollars?
Great question. Honestly, it's because of the frequency. If we were charging dollars, you would you'd be entering your credit card and being charged quite frequently, especially for some of our bigger clients. So it's really just meant to make the system a lot faster. So instead of having to stop you asking for a credit or for a credit card, you can just purchase credits and use those at will. So
you don't have like 15 credit card transactions from us going through your bank account. You can just do one, and then the system's really easy to use because everything's based on those credits. And we try and keep it simple where one credit's equal to $1, so it's fairly straightforward. But yeah, it's just a simplicity and efficiency reason.
Yeah. Sweet. It's always nice to hear about people that start a company based on their own experience, something that they found a need for. I think you understand the business more. You feel everybody's pain points. And you're definitely open to feedback, which is really important. So that's a great story, and I'm so proud of you guys. I think you've done really well. And they're super nice people. Like I said, I met them last November at PFRE, and they were just wonderful people. So.
We have a lot of fun. We do.
Yeah, we enjoy it. You know, we're like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, we're gonna enjoy it, and you know, do it as best as we can. So that's what we try to do, and you know, we're excited for 2.0, all the stuff with you guys as well, especially as we get to know a lot more people in this industry. I mean, I think right now we've got customers in 45 or 46 states. So if there's anyone listening right now that's out in Wyoming,
Vermont, West Virginia, Kentucky, I think those are the four that are left.
So any customers out there, give us a call. We'll give you even more free credits.
Hey, Kentucky!
Exactly.
Wake up.
And you can actually, if you do sign up, we do give 16 free credits. So hopefully that's enough to get you started. And you get a personal phone call from Matt.
Yes, I'll give you a call.
Wow.
Personal conversation with me. I'm super interested.
Yay. I didn't get a call from Matt.
I don't know if you signed up.
I will because then I'll expect that phone call. All right, so Teddy has a question for you. Go ahead and read the question out.
Yeah, is there an admin feature for an assistant to be able to populate the single-page websites? If so, can it be disabled if necessary? So we do have a sort of assistance built into the system, more specifically on the agent side of things, especially because we find a lot of times photographers are delivering to a real estate agent's assistant. So we do have that access. Most of the time, for photography companies, we recommend having one account as far as if you have multiple photographers, we sort of recommend hosting it all in one spot. It just typically makes it easier for the company, we found. So I don't know if, Ted, you're referring to the photographer's assistant or an agent's assistant. it's for us, it's more applicable on the agent side of things because they're the ones typically with the assistance that they need access to some properties, maybe not all of them. Maybe there's a co-listing situation. So on that end of things, you can absolutely control who has access to what listing.
And in addition, we support marketing managers and people in an office that maybe handle a team of agents properties. So they can actually have their own account in addition to the agents where they can go in and access everything for that group, which we found to be super useful for the people in that group and just keeping track of everything and making sure that the agents still have their own accounts where they can update things.
Well, I wanted to acknowledge the people that have joined us today. So we have Teddy and Mark, Jacob, and Megan with their great questions. Home Dee, Jan, and Anastasia, who works for QB Casa. So thanks Anastasia for joining us. Yeah. All right. So anything to wrap this up? Again, the website for Aryeo. Can you please tell us that again?
Yep, the website is aryeo.com. We'll put it in the chat again. Feel free to go check it out. If you sign up today, you get 16 free credits. Personal phone call from Matt, and we'll onboard you. Although he's been pretty busy lately, so the phone's been off the hook, which is good. And thank you, Dee, for having us on here. We'll definitely do more of this, especially announcing some more details about integrating with you guys and ways that we can improve things for photographers.
Yeah, I'm just one last note here too. Question from Anastasia about the next 6 to 12 months for us. Sort of in the immediate future, we're working on that Aryeo 2.0 that we talked about. So it really is a massive upgrade for us with a ton of new features, some awesome enhancements on everything we already have going. So we'll be we already have a pretty robust system, but it's really exploding with this Aryeo 2.0 here. So that's sort of the next 6 months and 12 months. It's just growing, working with more photographers, adding more features that you can provide more value to agents. Brannick mentioned we're expanding a lot as well. So if you're just a 3D content provider, we'll have a ton more services and sort of workflows for people like that. If you're just delivering mainly videos, we're building a ton of features that are just revolved around that as well. So that's sort of our next 6 to 12 months. And like Brannick said as well, definitely don't hesitate to sign up right now either. It'll be a very seamless transition for you, and you'll sort of get to know the system as it is right now, but it won't be too much when we switch out.
So features coming shortly.
Yes. Yeah, Q1.
Matt and Brannick, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. I've learned a lot. I hope that everybody out there goes to Aryeo.com and at least check them out, aryeo.com. So if there's any tech product company that you guys want to learn about, please let me know. If you're watching live, you can add your suggestions to the chat box here. If you're watching this recording, you can add your suggestions to the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Capture the World with Dee and Aryeo. You can find all our episodes on our YouTube channel. Just search for Capture the World with Dee, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you, Dee.